And so that's how the idea for a stylish pair of blue light blocking glasses came to fruition, and ultimately that turned into Swannies from my sleep company, Swanwick Sleep. And I guess 4 years later now, it's 100,000 plus people are wearing these glasses around the world. It all came out of wanting to sleep better and my vanity of not wanting to look ridiculous.
Yeah, and you guys you broke your first $1 million in sales in less than a year, right?
Yeah, we got prototypes made, we tested it out, we launched on Amazon, and we did $1 million in sales in about 11 and a half months.
Where does the insight for Swannies come into play?
Yeah, so I was living in LA in 2015, and I went to Palm Springs with my mentor, a guy called Ty Lopez. And I was there with him and a few people, and we went out to dinner, and there was a friend of mine, a guy called Mark Dharma. And we were in this hotel restaurant in Palm Springs, and he was wearing these really ugly and unsightly pair of Uvex safety glasses.
Yeah.
Kind of glasses that you'd see a workman using if he was, mowing the lawn or cutting,
almost like goggles.
Yeah, almost like goggles. And I was looking at him initially thinking, like, why is he wearing those ridiculous glasses? And there was a table of very attractive women adjacent to our table, and they were kind of looking at him funny as well. And I saw this, and I said to Mark, Mark, get those ridiculous glasses off. You look ridiculous, and you're making me look ridiculous by association. And he kind of laughed, and he said, no, man, I'm trying to block the blue light. And I said, block the blue light? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And Mark went on to explain how the hotel restaurant lights and the light from our cell phone screen and our TV screen and the traffic lights and the bathroom light and the microwave light and the refrigerator light, all of that light is at night when we stare into it without protecting our eyes, is actually convincing and tricking our brain and body into thinking that it's daytime. And when our body thinks it's daytime, when it's actually nighttime, we don't produce as much melatonin, we don't sleep as well. So a lot of people either have trouble falling asleep, or they toss and turn in the night, or they wake up feeling tired even if they've had 7 or 8 hours sleep. So he went on to explain this to me, and I was a little bit skeptical. But anyway, I went back to Los Angeles a couple of nights later, and I went into my cupboard and I dug out a pair of ski goggles that I used each year that I went to Park City, Utah to go skiing. And the goggles had like a yellow tint to them. And at the time, I was at night time, I was watching reruns of the TV series Mad Men. It's an AMC TV series.
I love it with John Hamm, yeah.
Yeah, with John Hamm. And so I put these ridiculous goggles on and I started watching Mad Men from like 10 o'clock at night. And what I found was I was noticeably more relaxed and I was noticeably sleepier as I got into this program. Whereas ordinarily I would watch the show staring into the blue light of my screen, watching the show, and I would watch a whole 50-minute episode and then go to sleep. When I was wearing the goggles, I would only get to like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and I'd have to take them off, turn off the light, roll over and go to sleep. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. If I block the blue light, I get sleepier and I end up sleeping better. So I did this protocol, I guess you want to call it, for like 3 or 4 weeks, where I'm wearing these ridiculous glasses. And the idea for the Swannies blue light blocking glasses came on a Friday night when I was watching Mad Men. I had to get up early the next day, and someone texted me and said, hey James, we're at the Laurel Hardware restaurant on Melrose Place or Melrose Avenue around the corner. Come out and join us. And there's some pretty girls there, and I was single at the time. And I'm wearing these ridiculous ski goggles, and I'm like, I don't want to wear the ski goggles out, but I also don't want to take them off because I want to get up early and have a great night's sleep. And that was when the idea hit me. How can I put the orange lens technology into a stylish enough frame that I would feel comfortable going out to a Hollywood restaurant on a Friday night wearing and not feel like people were looking at me going, what the hell are you doing? And so that's how the idea for a stylish pair of blue light blocking glasses came to fruition, and ultimately that turned into Swannies from my sleep company, Swanwick Sleep. And I guess 4 years later now, it's 100,000 plus people are wearing these glasses around the world. It all came out of wanting to sleep better and my vanity of not wanting to look ridiculous.
Yeah, and you guys you broke your first $1 million in sales in less than a year, right?
Yeah, we got prototypes made, we tested it out, we launched on Amazon, and we did $1 million in sales in about 11 and a half months.
That's incredible. Now talk to me about from that first idea, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs watching, and I know they're thinking like, okay, you went from idea to $1 million, but it wasn't that easy. So talk to me about, like step 1, step 2, step 3, from how you went from idea to then start attacking it. Because you had no experience making glasses, going overseas to get the products, to find the lenses.
Yeah.
So take me, like, what was step 1, 2, and 3 from idea to take the steps to creation?
Yeah. Step 1 is I phoned my youngest brother, Tristan, and I said to him, I got this idea for a pair of stylish blue light blocking glasses. I don't really want to source them or go to China and figure out how to get them. I'm not interested in that, but I am interested in marketing them. So if you want to go 50-50 with me in the business, if you can figure out how to get the glasses made, I will market the hell out of them. And so we agreed to do that. And so...
Was he an entrepreneur?
No, he actually was a newspaper reporter as well. And he'd just quit his job, the same job that I had years before as well. And he wasn't doing anything. And I said, let's try and build a business together. So he spent a couple months reaching out to Chinese manufacturers of glasses. He would then send them over to me where I was in Los Angeles, because Tristan lived in Brisbane, Australia. I was living in LA. And I was having these weekly poker nights at my place in West Hollywood. And these prototypes would come over from my brother Tristan, and I'd hand the glasses out to my friends and say, what do you think of these? What do you think of these? And a couple of people are playing poker I think you may have had on your show or know. Eli Wilhide and a few other notable people were there. Ty Lopez came over and played one time. But I'd hand these glasses out, and they'd say, these suck. Oh, I like these. And then through a process of elimination, I settled on pretty much close to the frame that you're wearing and I'm wearing right now. So then we asked to do a minimum order of 300, and they wanted 1,000. But we managed to convince them to let us do the 300, which was fantastic. And then I coughed up the money and paid. So I had an initial outlay. I was like, this is a bit of a risk here.
Yeah.
And they sent the 300 pairs over to LA. But the first 300 pairs got stuck at customs because, unbeknownst to us, glasses are considered a medical device. Right? And so we needed to get approved by the FTC to approve them as a medical device. And I was like, I didn't know this. And so it was stuck there. And to pay that fee, it was another $3,000. So I was like, man, do I really want to pay $3,000 to do this? And I did. I took the risk, paid the $3,000 extra. We got them. We sent them to Amazon's warehouse. We did a description. I asked some people who were already selling on Amazon, how did you sell your products? They gave me some great advice. And then we launched on Black Friday 2015. And I just got on my personal Facebook page and said, hey, these glasses help you sleep. I asked my friends to promote them. We launched on Amazon. We pushed, we did everything. I had a podcast at the time, the James Swanwick Show, which I've just recently relaunched again. And I was telling people about them, and I was begging people, please buy these, please buy these. I was even like...
how much was the price when they launched them?
$67, yeah. And I even persuaded my friends. I said, can you buy them on Amazon and write a review, and I'll pay you back the $67, just so Amazon's algorithm can see that there's sales happening, so it promotes it more, and there's a review so people feel more inclined to trust the product. So, in that first kind of couple of weeks, it's like you'll do anything to try and get sales.
Get the ball rolling.
The ball rolling. And we got the ball rolling. And then it did okay. The first day we sold 6 pairs. I thought, great. But then the next day we sold 4. I was like, we're going backwards. This is not good.
Yeah.
But then slowly we kind of stayed around under 10 sales a day for about 2 or 3 months. And then I was interviewed on Dave Asprey's podcast, Bulletproof Radio. And, his audience really resonated with it. And overnight it just jumped up to like 50 sales a day, just from being on that one podcast episode. And then from there we just kind of we rode the momentum and got into the biohacking world and went to some conferences. And then I put the glasses on Ty Lopez. He put them on his Snapchat and Instagram. I met Arnold Schwarzenegger and put a pair on Arnold Schwarzenegger. And little by little, just kind of created this kind of cool factor with them. And somehow we went, like I said, we got to $1 million in 11 and a half months. It just kind of snowballed.
Yeah. And one of the most beautiful parts about it, and we were talking about it off camera before we started the interview, you were saying that what's beautiful about it marketing-wise is that it's on people's faces. So people go, hey, what kind of glasses are those? And so it creates that sort of viral conversation. Yeah.
It's funny you should bring that up, because Ty Lopez was gracious enough to invite me to go to Arnold Schwarzenegger's home a few years ago. It was about a year after I'd launched or in the first year that I'd launched the glasses. And I deliberately wore a pair of glasses, as I always do, but I also deliberately made sure I had a second pair in my pocket in case
Smart,
Schwarzenegger was curious enough to ask me about them and I could get a photo opportunity.
Yeah.
And sure enough, that's what happened. Ty and I
way.
were in Schwarzenegger's kitchen. There was a big party there, about 150 people, but he'd gone into his kitchen. He was sitting on a stool and he was smoking a cigar, talking to a woman. And I saw him in there, and Ty was playing poker. And I said, Ty, Schwarzenegger's alone. Come on, let's go. So he gets up from the table, and we kind of we race over, look in, see he's there, and then we kind of slow down and very calmly and collectively walk in and say, oh, hi, Arnold. And we get talking. And I'm talking to him like this. In my mind, the story in my head is like, please ask me about my glasses. Please ask me about my glasses. And then finally, after about 15 minutes of chatting, he goes, what are those weird glasses you're wearing? And my internal dialogue was, yes. And I said, the orange lens blocks the artificial blue light.
You had the whole script ready to
Had
go.
the whole script ready. It's really good to help you sleep. And then he told me a story about how he was on Air Force One with the former president, George Bush, not George W., but George Bush Sr., and how he fell asleep on the floor of Air Force One and the president kicked him, which I thought was hilarious. But in my head, I'm still thinking, I need to get these glasses on Schwarzenegger's head somehow. And I said, I love that story. Yeah, you should try them out. And he goes, yeah, sure. I said, actually, yeah, try these on. Yeah. And so he puts these glasses on. I'm like, they look great. And I didn't even ask if I could take the photo. I just pulled out my iPhone. I said, let's get a photo. And so we smiled and I went, click. And that photo I've used in all of my marketing and sent out all over the place.
Yeah.
And he ended up doing a video with me as well. He goes, I hit record and he goes, he tells me these glasses are going to make me sleep better tonight. And then he goes, and puts his head down and pretends to fall asleep.
That's brilliant.
And I used that video in my marketing.
Yeah, I'm sure on your drive home you were texting, hey Tristan, guess what happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible.
Thank you so much for enjoying this video. And if you found this content valuable, uplifting, and inspiring to take your life and your business to the next level, I have some exciting news for you. Because the Passionate Few Academy officially launched our brand new on-demand training that you can access absolutely free at www.tpfacademy.com. Right there, you'll learn the #1 way to grow your personal brand or business brand online fast. The same way I've learned from interviewing some of the most successful people on the planet right here on the show who've done exactly that. So again, don't forget to check it out, www.tpfacademy.com. I promise you'll be blown away. And also, don't forget, there's 3 ways you can connect with me further. #1, you can text me absolutely free at the number on the screen right now and send me your most pressing life, business, or branding question, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. #2, if you'd like to be interviewed on the show, you can actually apply right now in the description below and apply to share your incredible story, brand, or business right here with an audience of potentially millions of people, the same way we've helped experts, entrepreneurs, and authors just like you. And don't forget, that opportunity comes with the ability to partner with us and help feed 1 million people through our partnership with Feeding America. Again, you can click the link in the description below titled Interview Application to find out more. And last but not least, #3, if you'd like to get consulting from our team and work with you to help you grow your personal brand or business brand, no matter what industry you're in, we can do that by simply filling out the questionnaire in the description below titled Consulting Application. And if our team thinks that you'd be a great fit, who knows, you may just be invited to work with us to help you take your business to the next level. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for enjoying this video. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you never miss an episode. And until next time, live strong, live with passion, and I'll see you in the next inspiring video.